Let me tell you about two people, same city, same economy, they have the same education, but their lives look very different. Let's name the first person A. He works hard every day, putting in hours of effort, yet nothing seems to work out. Chances slip away, relationships don't last, and success always feels just out of reach. The other person, B, he seems to move through life almost effortlessly. Doors open, people trust him, opportunities find him, and it's not luck, talent, or even hard work. But what is the difference between those two people? Is their self-image. It means the invisible blueprint the subconscious mind is running. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that determines what they attract and what they unconsciously push away. So here's the truth. You might chase success with full energy, but your self-image doesn't support you to gain that success. Your subconscious can sabotage your progress every single time. But here's the good news. Your self-image isn't fixed. It can be rewritten. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, step by step, using some specific methods backed by neuroscience and psychology. Let's go. Step 1. Trace the origin of your current self-image. Here's something that might be hard to hear, but it's worth saying. The story you tell yourself about who you are, you didn't fully choose it. Many of the things you believe about your worth, what you're capable of, and where you fit in started when you were a child, long before you were able to question them. Just pause and think. When you were kids, you couldn't really question adults, so you quietly absorbed what they said about your value and what you are capable of. Through criticism, comparison, and daily pressure, those repeated messages slowly become the way you see yourself as an adult. But the good news is this. When you spot the origin of that self-image, you can start to rewrite the story, and that leads us to the next step. Step 2. Notice your current evidence system. After identifying the origin of your self-images, now it's time to identify the story that is holding you back. Psychologists call this confirmation bias. It means your brain focuses more on things that match what you already believe and tends to overlook things that don't. If you believe you're unlucky, every setback feels like proof. If you see yourself as bad with money, you focus on what goes wrong with your personal finances and overlook what's actually getting better, because we don't see reality exactly as it is. We see it through the lens of what we already believe. The good news is, the moment you become aware of that story, you take away some of its power. That's where real change begins, and that leads us to the next step. Step 3. Hypnagogic state reprogramming. After being aware of our mind's harmful storytelling, we need to start to reprogram it to create a powerful self-image. The truth is, before we sleep, our subconscious mind becomes far more open. When you're on the edge of sleep, your mind slows down and the critical part of your thinking becomes less active. Here's how you use this crucial moment to reprogram your brain. Right before sleep, gently repeat something like, I'm letting go of my old self-image and identity. I'm becoming a new person. Day by day, I'm becoming more capable, more confident. I'm worthy to become successful. This way, you may write your own affirmation according to your desired self-image and also according to your goal. Say it slowly, maybe 10 times. Don't force it. Just feel it as if it's already true. And if you fall asleep while saying it, even better. Your subconscious often spends the night working on whatever you were thinking about before bed. If you keep doing this for a few weeks, it's like creating a new path in your mind while the old one slowly fades away. And in the next step, I'll show you what separates empty affirmation from the ones that truly change your mind. Step 4. Identity-based affirmations. Affirming at the night before sleep is not enough. Let's understand why affirmation often fail for most people. I am rich, I am confident, I attract success. When someone who is broke or insecure says these things, the mind doesn't just accept it. Instead, it pushes back. It says, no, that's not true. Also, your mind doesn't believe that. And it says, stop pretending. This mismatch between what you say and what your life actually feels like creates inner resistance. And that resistance makes your old self-image still feel the same, not weaker. So don't just repeat what you want. Focus on who you are becoming. Instead of saying, I'll be successful, Say, I'm someone who keeps showing up, even when things are difficult. Instead of, I'll be rich, say, I am someone who creates value, and life rewards me for that. These kinds of statements don't feel like lies to your brain. They feel more realistic, like a small step forward, not a big fantasy. Instead of rejecting them, your mind accepts them over time and begins to grow around them. But only affirmation is not enough, and that leads us to the next step. Step 5. Act from the new identity. Feelings don't come fast, actions do. Aristotle said it simply, we are what we do again and again. And today science agrees with this. Our brains change based on what we repeatedly do. Every time you act like the person you want to become, even if it feels awkward or uncomfortable, you're wiring that new version of yourself into your brain. But most people don't do it. They wait and say, I'll start to take action when I feel confident. I'll try when I feel ready. I'll take the risk when I believe in myself more. And they keep waiting. Days turn into months. Months turn into years. But here's the hard truth. The feeling comes after the action, not before. Nobody feels the highest level of confidence before they take action on a specific type of work. But when they take action, even though they are feeling a low level of confidence, and over time, they begin to feel like a confident person on that specific task because they have been acting like one. So every morning, ask yourself, what would the new version of me do today that I usually avoid? Then do just one of those things. For example, you may start to send a CV for your desired job, but you haven't done it before. Take the first step to the business you want to start. Have the difficult talk, but you avoided it before. Show up according to your new self-image every time, even if you don't feel like it. Because that discomfort usually means the old version of you is losing control. But only these steps are not enough to create a powerful self-image. And that leads us to the next step. Step 6. Curate your environment and inputs. The people you connect regularly, what you watch on TV, what you listen to, the conversations you have, and the things you focus on social media influence you a lot. Your mind doesn't separate just information from programming. What you constantly feed your mind eventually becomes part of your character. So what do you need to do? Look at your top 5 daily inputs. Be honest and ask, is this stuck me in the old version of me or help me to the person I want to become? Does this YouTube video make me feel the same old me or help me build my desired self-image? Do the people around me make my thinking smaller or bigger? Does my social media make me compare or does it push me to grow? You don't need to change everything at once. Start small. Gradually replace with something better aligned with who you want to become. Because everything around you is either helping shape your desired self-image or holding you back from it. And that leads us to the next step. Step 7. Celebrate evidence of the new self. The truth is, your mind has been still doing something quietly in the background. It keeps collecting all the proof that supports your old self-image. That's why I do this. Every night, write down one small things that show you're improving. It doesn't have to be big at all. Maybe you stayed calm when you are stressed. Maybe you went through something you usually avoid dealing with. Maybe you made a slightly better choice than yesterday. When you start noticing these moments, your mind begins to store a new message. This is who I am now. Do it for at least 3 months. This way, slowly, your old story won't feel as convincing anymore. That's how your self-image quietly shifts. Let me put it simply. You aren't born thinking small about yourself. You picked it up over time, from fear, criticism, and comparing yourself to others, long before you even knew how to question it. But the good news is, anything you have learned can also be unlearned. And any narrative you have accepted about yourself can be changed. My set 7-step system that helps you get the same result. And don't forget to watch the other helpful video on the screen. Watch this and you'll have a new identity.